In this massive race to build the future of AI, one of the biggest roadblocks isn't what you'd think. It's not just about processing power, it's about the data itself. So today, we're going to take a look at Pure Storage, a company that's basically building the essential plumbing that could unlock the true potential of this whole AI economy. I mean, really think about that for a second. For most companies out there today, that valuable asset is their data. And you know what? More often than not, it really is locked away, totally difficult to access and actually use. This one problem is holding back a ton of innovation, especially when it comes to AI. All right, so to really see why what Pure is doing is so, well, revolutionary, we've got to understand the old problem first. For decades, companies have been stuck in this really frustrating and super expensive trap with their data storage. So the old way is this painful cycle of what's called capital expenditures, or CapEx. Just imagine buying a brand new car. You pay this huge amount up front, right? And then just a few years later, it's outdated, it's slow, and you've got to do the whole thing all over again. That's exactly how companies used to buy storage, these big, disruptive, and crazy expensive hardware refreshes every few years. The new way? It just flips this whole idea on its head. It's a model based on operating expenditures, or OpEx. So instead of buying, you just subscribe. It's a predictable fee, and the best part? The hardware and the software are always modern, kind of like your favorite streaming service. So how exactly does Pure Storage solve this super expensive problem? Well, they've built their entire business around turning storage from a product you own into a service you consume. They call it the Evergreen portfolio, and honestly, it's built on three really simple promises. First up, with Evergreen One, you get a true pay-per-use service. Pure owns the gear, you just subscribe to the capacity you actually need. Second, Evergreen Flex gives you flexible capacity on demand, so you can scale up or down without getting hit with a penalty. And third, Evergreen Forever makes sure your system, both the hardware and the software, never gets old. As long as you subscribe, you get these seamless, non-disruptive upgrades. It basically just takes the entire headache of owning and managing hardware right off the table. But here's the thing. This isn't just some elegant solution for an old IT problem. No, this model is what makes Pure Storage so absolutely critical to the single biggest trend in technology today, artificial intelligence. See, to train these powerful AI models, you need massive, unified pools of data. But in most companies, that data is trapped in what are called data silos. It's kind of like trying to cook a giant meal, but all your ingredients are locked away in a dozen different pantries all over the house. You can't just easily bring them all together. And this fragmentation? It's the enemy of AI. And this is where Pure's vision gets really, really big. Their CEO, Charlie Giancarlo, he sees that as AI makes data exponentially more valuable, breaking down those silos is no longer just a nice-to-have. It's becoming a strategic necessity for survival and for growth. And this leads us to Pure's ultimate goal, helping customers create their own enterprise data cloud. Think of it as a single unified platform that virtualizes all of their storage. Doesn't matter if it's in their own building or in the public cloud. It's all about creating one giant accessible pantry for all their data, making it perfectly ready for the AI revolution. Okay, so this strategy is compelling, right? But is it actually working? Is this vision translating into financial success? Well, the numbers, they tell a very, very clear story. Let's just start with this staggering figure. Over the past 5 years, Pure Storage has grown its earnings at an average annual rate of over 74%. I mean, wow, this isn't just growth for growth's sake. This is the kind of explosive engine that takes a company from burning cash to basically building a financial fortress. And the story is not over, not by a long shot. Looking ahead, analysts are forecasting that Pure's earnings will continue to grow at 36% per year. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that is more than double the expected growth rate for the entire U.S. market. It's a huge signal that Wall Street believes Pure's momentum is far from over. And here's the kicker. This incredible, high-speed growth is being achieved with a remarkably clean balance sheet. The company has zero debt. Zero. That's a powerful sign of financial strength and discipline that you almost never see in the tech world. So, this brings us to the investor's perspective. How is the market pricing this high-growth story? I mean, when a company is growing this fast, the big question is always, what is it actually worth? Now, if you look at a traditional metric like the price-to-sales ratio, yeah, Pure does look expensive. It trades at 6.8 times its sales, while its older peers, they're valued at much lower multiples. So this tells you that investors aren't just buying today's sales. They're betting on a future where Pure's technology is absolutely indispensable. However, Wall Street analysts, they seem to believe that premium is justified. The consensus price target from 19 different analysts suggests a potential upside of over 30% from where the price is now. They're clearly betting that the company's central role in the whole AI buildout is going to keep fueling its growth far into the future. Which, of course, brings us to our final question. Pure Storage is a company with a super clear vision, a disruptive business model, and stellar financial performance, all of it perfectly aligned with the biggest tech trend of our generation. But it comes with a premium price tag. So it really just leaves us to wonder, in this new age of AI, what is the right price for a future that's built on data?